Hey guys, it's Jonathan back for another tutorial, and I got a lot of interesting stuff to show you today, and I promised that I would get more into ways to display text, and one of the things that occurred to me when I was still a beginner is like, okay, so I know that quotes, if I have quotes right here, it's gonna it's gonna show just inside the quotes, and when I first made code, I figured like if I had another quotes in there, it would actually show the quotes. Well, if you look right there, it doesn't. That kind of like glitches it out. So I had to like look into things on how to show quotes, and I learned about things called escape sequences. But right before I get into that, I want to show you something called comments, which I was an idiot and forgot to tell you about it last episode. So there's different types of comments. There's the normal, which is what I usually use, and it's 2 backslashes or those forward slashes. I don't know, from right to left, up to down, right to left. Yeah, whatever. Those kind of slashes. 2 of those, and you'll see they get green. That they do that on most compilers, because I like compilers that are color coded. If yours isn't, you might want to look into one that is. If you're on Mac, I would suggest using Xcode. Windows, I would suggest using Visual Basic. But if you can't get that, CodeBlocks is usually pretty good. Anyways, so comments, you can type in anything like blah blah blah. And the compiler, when it runs through it, it just skips over any of this. Anything in here, no matter what it is, it just skips over it. This will change absolutely nothing to the game or program, whatever you're doing. If someone were to look at your code, they would see that. Like, so some things you can, like, if you want to help yourself out when programming, you can say, like, okay, so this is declaring IOStream, blah, 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 all that stuff, okay? So that's comments. And another way to do comment is, say, like, I want to have multiple lines of comments. You can do that slash, you can do an asterisk, which is the little star symbol. That should be, like, shift 8. And you can have, like, blah, 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 blah. And end it, you just do asterisk slash. Anything with there, it becomes a comment. And you notice if you just do 2 backslashes, type in stuff, oops, the next line doesn't do that. So if you want to have, like, multiple lines of comments without putting multiple, like, more than 2 slashes, you have to use the slash asterisk thingy. Anyways, so now I'm done with the comments. I told you I was going to do a little bit more about cout and how displaying text works. So if I hover over that, nope, only do it. Okay, never mind. Only works in Windows. But so I got a little bit into using namespace std in my last episode. But say you don't want that in there, and when we get more into advanced things, I actually won't have that in there. Mainly for things with like similar variables. Similar variables. If I take that out, you'll immediately see there's an error with cout. The reason is because it is from IOStream, but we need to declare, IOStream lets it have it because it's input output. And if I take out the I in OStream, so it's just OStream, it still works. Because there's IO is input output. If you take out the I, it's just output. If you take out the O, it's just input. Blah, blah, blah. So cout is, of course, an output stream, but it also uses the standard library. So to use that without using namespace, you have to put std, so same for the standard library, but it needs to find that. The find that uses, I know it has scope. I think it's called a scope sequence, or it's like something with a scope. So it's like a scope sequence. It has to look through all your header files, all that, for the standard library. These 2 colons tell it that it has to look for, it looks for the standard library for the function cout. Now, every time you have cout, you have to put that. For beginners, it gets a little tedious and boring. So, like I said, for beginners, you should just have using namespace std. But if you feel you can remember always do the std 2 colons, I would suggest taking that out and doing it like that from now on. Just so that way you can kind of get used to it, because like I said, we'll be getting that to more advanced stuff. Also, like I said before, I'm saying about escape sequences. Now, to get into those, like I said, so if you want to have quotes in here, I'll show you normal escape sequences. Escape sequence, which is commonly used. It's this little other slash. It's not this slash, it's this slash. Make sure you don't get those confused. If I type in this slash, it'll show up perfectly fine, as you can see if I run it. That loads. See? Oh, maybe not. Whatever. Oh, yeah, there we go. I just had to reload. Yeah, so as you can see, that kind of slash, which is used for comments, shows up perfectly fine. But if I want to have a new line, like if I want to make it go to the other line, because I can have multiple lines of text like cout. You might think that this text will be displayed, and then on a new line it does that. As you can see, it doesn't. It just keeps it all on the same exact line because we didn't tell it to go to a different line. So to do that, you can use some. Oh, also instead of doing it like that before the semicolon, you can just go like that and add in there. We'll get into that for variables, but we won't get into that now. All right. So to get to a new line, you have to do this little slash, which should be under your delete button. N. It stands for new line. So if you run that out, you actually won't see anything, so forget that. So I'll have my new line, and I'll put some text here. So that way we can see from this that it goes on a new line. Just like that. And that's an escape sequence. This little backslash, which I'll just call that for now, it always means that there's going to be an escape sequence. Now, there are many ones, like, I think there's, like, R, A, B. There's a T, I think, for tab or something. I know there's, like, new things, like question mark and stuff, because I don't know why you have to do whatever. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. So if you want to look up more about that, you can look up escape sequences. There's only a couple of them, probably like 8 or 9. You should memorize them if you like. You don't really have to memorize them because you always just look them up. And you won't use all of them in codes. But, like I said, for the quotes, you want to do, and like I said, if you actually want a backslash in your text, if for every reason you want, just do it like that. So that's saying it's an escape sequence, and that it's going to show this. So it actually show just one of those in your code. See, just one. Because if you just put one, it won't actually show it. Now if you want to have a quotes, we can do quotes. And then we'll do another backslash in the quotes. Now this will actually show the quotes, and it will also show those quotes. See, just like that. You can also do the same with like single quotation marks. Like I said, just give it a look up. Take a look at what it does, all those things. But yep, this is a pretty short video. Just want to get more into displaying text. Hope you liked it, and see you next video. Bye.